today's video, we will be discussing common Java mistakes done by developers even after having 5 plus years of experience. Let's see which are the common Java mistakes and how to think about them correctly. This is the classic one, but it still happens. String A and B are having same content but different memory locations. Equal to compares references, that is memory location but not values. So developer should think what they actually wants. They want to compare memory locations or they want to compare values to avoid this mistake. Another very common mistake is assuming something will never be null. In this example, everything will work fine until user or address or city is not null. In production systems, data is never perfect. So anything can happen and you will get null pointer exception. So it is very necessary to do proper input validations. Optional must be used carefully and code must have meaningful null checks. The another common mistake is catching generic exceptions everywhere. This hides the real problem. When everything is caught as exception, debugging becomes very difficult. So developer must catch specific exceptions. They should log with the context and they need to decide whether to recover or fail fast. Exceptions are part of design and not just error handling. Mistake is poor logging. Developers first write code and after that they add logs in between. Logs needs to be added very carefully. It makes debugging easy. So common mistakes are adding too many logs, no logs where they needs to be added, and logging without context. In this example, there is a generic logger added, that is error occurred. It is not giving any information about that error. So better to add ID for which that error is occurred and what kind of exception you are getting. And that exception must not be a generic exception. Another common mistake is misunderstanding immutability. Many developers know string is immutable, but they don't understand why it matters. In this example, we are concatenating string, but the string will hold only Java value. It will not create a object Java programming. In performance sensitive code, using the wrong type creates unnecessary objects and it hampers the application performance. So here small advice that the programmers should use string builder. Whenever we need to update that object, we should use string builder. The another mistake is writing code without thinking about readability. Code is read more often than it is written, and generally clever code is rarely good code. In this example, instead of using equal to operator, we can directly use flag. It gives better readability. Readable code reduces bugs, especially in long running projects. So most of the Java bugs are not because Java is hard. It is because we stop being careful over the time. So these are some mistakes, common mistakes done by Java developers even after having several years of experience. I hope this video will help you with better coding. Please add your suggestions in comments. Thank you.